I want to bring this back up because this is very important to me. You see all this 1.7 to 2 million in marketing. Part of the reason this is so important to the movement in terms of ADOS and the ADOS Advocacy Foundation is in terms of what we're doing. We would love a marketing budget to bring in money, to bring in numbers. We would love to have $2 million to get us some lobbyists on Capitol Hill, to bring some people. We would love to do that, but y'all gave it to this little dropout dope dealer man. Gave it to this little dope dealer, and we told y'all don't give it to him. I'm not saying that people who dealt drugs don't get to come back into society. I want you all to be here. I believe that the justice system is wrong. I have told you that, but you do not come back and come in here and scam people, and you do not to get to come back in here and take people's money. I'm not going to trust you with that. That's what I've always said. He can come back. He just can't come back and have my money. So when you think about the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, what I am talking about, what I am saying to you is that we are investing in the wrong thing. That's what Antonio and I were saying to you 5 years ago, and then again 3 years ago. That's the whole thing we were saying. You are investing in the wrong thing. We have something here, right? We're building something, right? Don't put your money over there. I would love to have a budget to market right now. You didn't give me one. You gave it to Jay Morrison. I would love to have enough money to pay some people, some ADOS people, our ADOS people who volunteer at the org. They show up for free. I would love to be able to give them some money to show up, to help them do what they got to do. You didn't give it to us though. You gave it to him. You gave it to the little man who brags about being a dope dealer, who brags about being on the corner, who brags about I ain't got no education. I do da. And he ain't even talking about this is how much he don't respect y'all. He did that filing and he ain't even talking about it. He ain't even showed up and say, hey, you know what? I didn't know what I was doing. I wasted your money, but I'm gonna try to move on and do some corner classes. He just act like it didn't even happen most of the time. He gets and boy shows up and says bibbidi 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 bobbidi boo. Y'all act like Yvette Carnell, y'all ought to be ashamed. Y'all got to go criticize. Y'all gotta go criticize white business. You got to go criticize white people because white people have more control over your dollar than you do. No, I criticize who I want, you dodo bird. And this person took our money, not mine. He said, did you invest, child? You know I invest. Nuh-uh. I wasn't stupid. I was trying to help everybody else not to be stupid. But he said, well, you can't talk about it if you can't invest. What, boys, you so crazy. Go get white business. They didn't promise us community and rebuilding white. But if they do, if you invest in a business and something happens and they go, whatever, you have a right to ask all the questions you want to ask. If you invested in Facebook and they go nosedive, whatever, you have a right to ask, no matter how big the big, and like we can only talk about, he acts like we can only talk about big investments. Like if it's not a big white investment, we shouldn't talk about it because it's black. Don't talk about this ADOS. See, ADOS, you can't talk about losing money. You just got to let him take that and run off and live in a nice house. And you just got to let him, you got to charge that to the game. Because he ADOS. You don't talk about nobody who's ADOS. So how do we have accountability in our community if we don't do that? Like, how do you have accountability in the community where you can't even talk? I'm just trying. How do you have accountability in the community where you can't talk about that? That's an ADOS, man. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all ain't like gangbangers. And he said, y'all should go. Let me tell y'all. Something Boyce and I don't say this to be mean, but he's just not bright. Because he says, like, you know what I love? I love the Legacy Center. Y'all should go visit the Legacy Center. What? That's your answer. Like, the Legacy Center is nice. First of all, I don't even know why you would do a black building in Georgia. You know how hot it is here? You just we don't have bad winters either. Like people like, well, in the summer, in the wintertime, it absorbs heat. We don't have bad winters. We got real bad summers though. And you whoop, made that thing black. And the Legacy that told me everything I didn't know when I looked at it. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry, hold on.
All right, Yvette, you better calm down.
Everything. I say he painted that thing black just for the optics. It's hot as the devil's toenails over here. And you done painted that thing black just to look at my black building. Child, you're supposed to think about your energy bill too. But what do I expect? You was cooking up that whatever. I don't know what you was doing. I don't know. And even with Boyce, like you remember Antonio brought up the Maven thing, and I forgot I even brought this up years ago. He brought the whole Maven thing. Remember, Boyce was like he sold his whole thing to Maven. Remember, he's supposed to be this financial guru, and that's why everybody should have known this a long time ago. And I tried to warn you. Boyce Watkins, leading voice and on African American economic empowerment, brings his entire digital media network media and Facebook pages to Maven, and I thought that was odd. And then Antonio pointed out in a video this morning that did y'all know that that's gone? Like Your Black World is gone totally. So you talk about this man talks about black business, and we got a black business, we got a biz and do biz, and we got to do biz together, and the black, and then he done sold out to the man. And here's the thing about it, I talked about this before, and I just want to bring up one other thing real quick. You talk about how great of a businessman he is. This man is now gone. So he's gone as Maven CEO, and you done sold your stuff. So what happens to your stuff? Y'all be calling people gurus that ain't gurus. Just saying, go visit the legacy center. What Maven man that you be selling all your stuff to? See, oh my God. The part of the problem is hope is being sold at a premium. Let me tell you, the markup on hope, ooh-wee, that's more than the markup on anything. That's quite the markup. The markup on hope, ooh. Obama was hope. Boyce Watkins and flashcards is hope. Jay Morrison is hope. Don't nobody want to get to work? Y'all, everybody gonna bank on hope? Everybody gonna put all their money on hope? You gonna bank on that? It's a premium on hope. It's a premium on hope, and it's too high. It's too expensive. Hope is too expensive. Y'all paying way too much for hope. I understand why people don't want to do ADOS. It's too much real work. Nobody want no real work. You just want to put $1,000 that you don't have, $500, and just throw it at, and just let me hope it. I'm gonna hope it come back to me. I believe. No, we want you to get out here and get to work. Get out here and get to these offices. Get out here and let's write this legislation. Let's get outside. Let's organize. Oh, Yvette, my toes hurt. I got bunions. I be sometimes my right knee crooks. Crack. No, It's too much hope. Too much hope and not enough work. You know what? Faith without works is what? Dead. And it's a whole lot of hoping. It's a whole lot of hoping. I'm just saying, everybody. I'm finna get out of here, fam. But listen, everybody got to find out where that marketing money came from. Everybody got to figure that out. This was predictable, but everybody got to figure out where that money went. Everybody got to figure out where that marketing money went. I'm gonna go back to it, and this is something that y'all should demand. I didn't invest in it. I don't have money. I told y'all, invested in the Tulsa real estate fund is like going outside and taking $500 out your pocket and going outside and throwing it up in the air and walking back in the house. Would you do that? No. Okay. See, general administration marketing, 1.7, 2.5. So what I'm saying to you is this: find out where that money went. Who got paid? And if Boyce got paid, we should know that. Whoever got paid, we should know who was getting paid to push this. I want a further itemization of all this stuff. Management fee. Who got the management fee? Was it just Jay? Was it just Ernestine? Who got it? I need more than this. This is a lot. Everybody want to just move past. Everybody just go quiet. Everybody was yakking. Yeah, they just negative. They don't know. Ain't that right, Tariq? Yeah, they just a couple of random. Hope being sold at a premium. Everybody be baiting and switching. The same man that Jay Morrison was talked to promised y'all a museum and gave y'all a juke joint, chicken shack, comedy shop, whatever. Like everybody just scamming. And the point is, and I'm gonna leave it at this. And like I said, I'm just not doing calls today, fam, because I didn't even intend on being here. It was just, when it happened, I put up a couple of posts, and Antonio went live, and he and I were having a conversation, and I said, I'm gonna just put something up later on too, because I think about how much I went through during that period of people just saying you're just being negative for the sake of being negative. you know, you just don't understand business. You just want to be poverty. You live in a basement under a shelf. At your mama's. I mean, everybody called me everything but a child of God. And I've just felt like I needed to revisit this to say, not to say ha 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 ha, I'm right. Oh, that's not it. The point of this is to say that we have to change the trajectory of how we think and what we do and how we move and how we assess things. And that's why I say I appreciate people. You know, of course, Antonio, who's been doing this a long time. I appreciate even like JT Pocket Watcher, because there has to be, we need more accountability. YouTube. I said a long time ago, like there should be a huge political space that and a huge serious space on YouTube for ADOS that deals with a lot of the stuff that we deal with. Because what happens is this becomes a space for just people who do you know, you saw DJ Envy get into it. You seen a whole bunch of people get caught up in these alleged scams and stuff like that. And a lot of that would have happened sooner if we have more serious YouTube, because nobody's here to police anything. And I've just been, listen, I can't do all that either. We did it back then, but listen, I did it because I know this is going to get in the way. As long as you believe in Jay Morrison, you're not going to come over and say, you know what, Yvette, I want to be a part of what you all are building. I want to be a part of the ADOS Advocacy Foundation. You're not going to do that if you believe that this is true. So that's why when people say, well, what does this have to do with what you're doing, Yvette? I need you to bring that energy, and I need you to bring that money. I need you to bring it over here, right? Because, you know, we're actually building something that matters. And even if, and like, we are transparent about what we're doing, how we're doing it. People in the inside the org see what we're spending money on, and we have discussions on, should we do this, should we promote this in such a way. You know, we've had discussions about what it looks like in 3 years, what it looks like in 5 years, and it's just like, you gave money for somebody to build a lifestyle. I honestly think if it hadn't been for Antonio and I back then, right, what would happen is that he would have gotten way more money. He would have gotten like 30, 40, even $50 million. And he would just be clear. I don't know how much of that money he was able to keep. A lot, too much, right? Because I'm sure that hot legacy center that's a lot of air conditioning. But I don't know. But he was able to hit a $1 million lick, allegedly, looks like to me. But I think he would have been able to hit a lifetime lick if it had not been for us. And I appreciate, and I think we need more channels that actually really talk accountability, right? And really deal with accountability and really deal with what that.
Right. So I want to get y'all thoughts on this, man. Adam Morrison. We know that he been Jay Morrison and Boyce Watkins. She been going in on these guys for a long time. I want to know what y'all think, man. Do we put him in the because Yvette said she putting even DJ Envy, he going in there too. She like, you know what? Put him in there too. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man, about Boyce Watkins and Jay Morrison, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.